Yeah, so I have a signature guitar. It's pretty amazing. I've basically been playing Ibanez by choice for over a decade. They just produced the instruments that allowed me to achieve what I wanted as far as fast necks. You know, the profiles were always conducive to playing fast. All the specs just made sense, and all my favorite guitar players played Ibanez. So I was very happy to even start a relationship with them. And at this point, I've been fortunate enough to design a guitar that I feel would like represent my needs out of an 8-string guitar. We went with we based it off of the existing RG 2228 model, which I feel is like a really well-rounded 8-string guitar. 27-inch scale length, which gives you enough length to get the right intonation and temperament out of the lower strings, but still feels like a guitar as far as the treble strings are concerned. I went with a Wenge neck, which is kind of unique, but it's a 5-piece. Oh, check. I have an Ibanez bass at home with the same neck on it, and I would just put my ear to it and listen to it, and there's a certain timbre that I feel is really cool and really kind of highlights the range of the guitar. So Wenge is kind of why I think it sounds that way, so I went with that on this guitar. The body's actually basswood, which brings it back to the RG. I think it's an excellent, really balanced wood. I think it doesn't have any resonant peaks or anything too extreme about it. It's just like a very transparent wood. So aesthetically, we wanted to spruce it up, so I went with a quilted maple top. I think this transparent gray is really cool. Check. Anyway, so yeah, trans gray top. I wanted to do gold hardware because I feel like most 8-string guitars are geared towards a heavy metal aesthetic, which is cool, but doesn't really represent every guitar player. And I'd like to put the 8-string in a category that isn't limited to just metal. So I wanted to incorporate some classic aesthetic choices. So the block inlays, mother of pearl, the gold hardware. I think it looks really cool. And it's the only Ibanez 8-string that has the gold hardware on it. And then for the pickups, I worked intimately with Steve Blucher from DiMarzio, and we've ended up with the first single coil on the Ibanez 8-string. And it's pretty interesting. I really like the sound of single coil pickups, but there's not much available for 8-string guitars. And beyond the sound of a single coil, I really like these in-between settings on a 5-way switch. So what we did is we actually used the single coil to beef up the output of these parallel things, which is really cool. There's some unique Telecaster, like really shimmery tones that I can get, really conducive to all the thumping I do, as well as like, any of the alternate picking. It really highlights a lot of that articulation. We went with a lower output pickup as well. So I think that the sound of the guitar is translated more through a lower output pickup as opposed to just the sound of the pickup. And it also gives you a bit more dynamics and versatility with what type of tones you want to create. This is a coil tap, so if you're in the bridge or neck position, you can split it to single coil. So it's a very versatile, I think it's the most versatile, tonally versatile 8-string that I've played, which was probably the most important factor to me because I do a lot of different styles. So I think if you want a truly musical, versatile 8-string that looks really badass, you should get the Tosin Abasi model.
All right, so is any questions for Tosin?